In this video, I want to talk about a Facebook pixel, and I want to talk about several things about that. So first of all, I'll explain what a Facebook pixel is, why you want to use it, how you want to implement it, and of course, I'll show you step by step how to install one on your website. Now, if you're considering online marketing and you are serious about it, it's almost certain that you will come across the need for Facebook ads. Now, if you're advertising on Facebook and you're serious about that and you actually want to make money and have a good return, you don't want to just go out there and advertise on some, people who like this group, people who like this page, people, it's kind of hard to, self-define the demographics of who you're targeting. Now, what's better than that is looking at who already goes to your website, who already does stuff on your website, interacts with you, and let Facebook's, artificial intelligence and machine learning kind of determine who that group is and find a custom or a lookalike audience. And you really have some very powerful tools there. Now, that went a little bit ahead. So essentially what is a Facebook pixel? So a Facebook pixel is a tiny piece of code. You don't have to understand the code. You don't have to know anything about it. It installs almost automatically. So it's a tiny piece of code within your website that whenever somebody goes to your website, it starts kind of tracking what they're doing. So if they click on a certain button, it'll fire the pixel. If they go to a certain page, it could fire the pixel. So, for the reason it's called a pixel, first of all, is because it used to literally be a 1-by-1 image. So one single little pixel that you couldn't even see on the page, but when they loaded the image, it would record that. Now they don't use a physical pixel right there, but it's still the same concept. So essentially, just a quick example of when you might want to use this. So if somebody goes on your website and they're scrolling through and they add something to their cart, but then later they don't check out and they forget that it was in your cart. Maybe what you want to do is retarget that person with ads, so when they're on other websites or they're on Facebook or wherever they are, ads pop up and it shows them your product and it reminds them, oh yeah, I was going to buy that. And even if it's subconscious, they'll go back and they're more likely to make the purchase from your store. So enough of that. Essentially, that's what a Facebook pixel is. It's a way to track people interacting with your website. Now, why do you want one? I kind of alluded to this earlier on, and that is because it's a really powerful tool when you're creating audiences to advertise to. So even if it's not for individual cases where somebody was on your website, you could also go and, say you want to make an audience that you're sending ads out to people that are very similar to people who already make purchases on your website. So that seems to me like a great way to advertise based on proven success. So you say, all these people go on my website and they buy stuff, advertise to more people like that. So Facebook will go through and really kind of work their magic, determining, whatever metrics they use, maybe what groups they're in, what age they are, what they like, how long they're on Facebook, like all kinds of stuff goes into this, and Facebook determines who the audience would be to advertise to. So that's essentially why you would want to use a pixel to make your ads more effective. Now let's get into how to actually install one. Now, this is pretty straightforward. I use Wix for most of my websites. I generally recommend Wix. It works really well. This is not sponsored by Wix though, but it's just something that I like to use. This does also work with almost any other type of website. Most of them have the auto kind of installer, so there's like 12 or 13 different website hosts that are really easy to do this with. But if you have to do it manually and you can't do the click-through thing, you can also just copy and paste the code into your headers. That's a little bit more complicated. I won't talk about that in this video. I want to show you guys how you can connect the Facebook pixel, generally with the tools already capable. So the remainder of this video is going to be a tutorial of how to install your Facebook pixel. So from the Facebook Business Manager, how do you get the information that you need, send it over and connect it in Wix. Now that's what I'm using, like I said, but this does work with so many other ones. So if you're using Shopify, if you're using Squarespace, like whatever you're using, it should be very easy to do.
Okay, so in order to set up your Facebook pixel, the first thing you want to do is go to Facebook. So you want to go to business.facebook.com. Actually, this is your Facebook Business Manager. If you already set this one up from watching my previous video, your page should look something like this if you have multiple accounts. Otherwise, if I just click on one of these, it'll look a lot more like this. Now, if you didn't set one up yet, it should just be a big button right there that says create an account or create a business manager. Click on that, just type in your basic information. It'll take you to a page like this, and you should have a couple options down here: create pages, add accounts, or people. So 3 options right there. Just make an ad account really quickly. But for the long run, I do recommend you go back and watch the video I made about how to properly configure Facebook Business Manager so you fully understand everything you're doing and you can be an absolute expert when dealing with this. Now, once we're here, so once you have all of this set up, so you have your pages, you have your ad accounts, you have, everything normal right there, what we want to do is go up to the top, the little options right there, little hamburger icon, and click on that, and it brings you down this entire menu right here. And because we're looking for Facebook pixels, which is a way of measuring and reporting, it makes sense it would be right down here in pixels. So if we click on pixels right there, it'll take you to this next page right here, where if you don't already have a Facebook pixel, which I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you don't already have one, it should pop up and say make a Facebook pixel right here. So if you just click on make a new pixel, it'll come up and go through everything. Now this one, because we started one a little while ago and actually didn't finish it, you have a couple different options with how you're going to do this. So you can either manually add it, you can add the code using a partner integration, or you can email instructions to a developer if you have someone already doing this, in which case you're probably not watching this video. So I assume most people are in one of the first two options. So we're going to add it using a partner, and it'll show you there are many different partners you can use. So Wix, we've got Squarespace, Shopify, we've got WordPress on there. So a lot of really, really big ones out there. Being that I'm using Wix right now on santrelmedia.com, we are going to click on Wix right here. Now, this should be fairly straightforward. What you want to do then is it kind of walks you through it almost. You go to marketing tools, and so let's go right now from the Wix dashboard. So if you go and click on your site, so select and edit your site, it'll bring you to this. Hold on, let's see what we have right there. So on the left side, you will have marketing tools, and you can go down to marketing integrations, which is what we want right there. So back to here. So you can say, yep, we did that. Yes, we go to marketing integrations, then connect to Facebook Pixel. And so let's go through there. So connecting, again, if you look at Wix right here, this is what I like to use. I really like working with Wix when I'm making websites, and you have lots of different ways you can integrate. So you have Google Analytics, you've got Facebook Pixel, Google Ads, we've got, MailChimp somewhere up there, MailChimp right there. So we have a lot you can connect and integrate as far as marketing goes with Wix, but we are just going to connect a Facebook Pixel in this video. So connecting your Facebook Pixel, you'll see that these are congruent right now. So connect Facebook Pixel. Yes, we are going to click on that. And then right here, they should be giving us the ID that we need. So if we just go and click on or copy and paste this ID right here. So this right here, copy, go back, paste it, save it, and then it is like, that's it, you're connected. So we're going to click continue, and then we're going to test it by going to, so send test traffic, and it's going to make sure that it's able to track it.
So a quick aside, if you are new here and haven't yet subscribed, but you're interested in Facebook advertising, I actually have an entire playlist about Facebook advertising. If you want to see that, make sure you click the subscribe button and the bell icon. I'll also link it down below and maybe somewhere up there as well.
Okay, so once you send the test traffic over, it will say active right here. Hopefully it does. If not, then you want to go back and try things again. So next, it brings you to the event setup tool, which is an easy way to kind of have different events trigger the Facebook pixel. So I actually made a separate video explaining what this really is, but you can do things like if somebody clicks on a certain button, maybe they're interested in something or they're requesting a quote, they didn't follow through and actually purchase anything then, or they added something to their cart. Like there's lots of options that can trigger Facebook pixels, so you can really narrow down your advertising to maybe somebody that like added something to their cart and then just didn't purchase it, and maybe it's been a week, maybe it's been 2 weeks. So then you can target them with ads just to remind them like, oh yeah, they have something in the cart on your website, they want to go back and buy that. Or maybe they went through and they like requested a quote from you, you replied, and maybe like you just want to keep advertising to them to make sure that they're still interested. So there are a lot of different ways you can set up Facebook pixels. So that's basically everything you need to know when you're first setting it up. You can use this to create ads or essentially have custom audiences that you're targeting with your ads as Facebook starts to learn a little bit more about the people that go to your website consistently, and can really create an audience for you there. Now you also have analytics right down there, but that's everything you really have to know about setting up your Facebook pixel. So it says right there, it is active. And then we also have create audience right there. So you can have a lookalike, a custom audience. You can create a custom conversion. So there is a lot of stuff right here. You can also install it. So if you already have a Facebook pixel, like I was saying before, so you could set one up right there. But if you already have one, as I have here, you can install the pixel. You see it right there. But let's just go, and you have, like I said, lots of options. Now, these audiences probably won't work yet because we don't have anyone really visiting the website yet. So because I just created this, there's not enough to actually create an audience. That's just the way it is right now. So you can go and set up new events. So setting up a new event, you can use the Facebook tool, like I said. That really makes it pretty easy. So if we just want a Facebook event, anytime somebody clicks on contact, let's go to contact and copy that and paste it right here. So open the website, and we'll have anytime somebody does this, we want an event. So right here, it tells you just a little bit more about it. So again, if you want to have different domains here, so your blog, maybe you want somebody to go to contact, and contact will be the URL that you care about right there. So right here, it basically is just describing what we have right there. So you can go and have, navigate through and track events to map like a customer's journey. This is kind of what I talked about before, but let's just go and get started. And you have, again, lots of options. So like this button right here, we can say that is something right there. And that is like a lead. It pretty much detects a lot of stuff pretty well. But that's actually, unfortunately, all we have on here. I don't think we really care too much about the chat right there. But yeah, so you can tag buttons like that as events for your Facebook pixel. And then right there, it'll say that it is complete. And so we can get out of this right now. And we have an event already. So we are going to...
So guys, that's everything I have to show you in this video about a Facebook pixel. It is very fundamental, like I said in the beginning, and there's a lot more you can do. So once you learn more about, experiment with setting up events, experiment with audiences, and you start to learn a little bit more, you can really get the ball rolling. But hopefully this video was enough to give you the basic terminology you needed to understand other blogs and instructions about how to do this. I also wanted to just show you guys where on the websites you actually click in order to install everything on a Wix website. So I hope this helped you guys. If it did, please remember to like and subscribe. As always, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.